I'm so glad to see that you're getting into your music, you're getting into your culture, and I can see the difference that it's making in your life. Not that you weren't into it, but I've always been a music person, and through YouTube and through the things that we download, and especially the Jamaican music that I know, but you're really getting into it now as an adult. I'm really happy to see that. It has really lifted your spirits and taken you to a different place. Everybody, welcome to another episode of the Lancescurv Show. I hope this segment reaches you in good health and good spirits, and for the time that the money's worth anything, money in your pocket. Not for the worship of money, but, I just hope all is well. And we're sitting around chatting again on one of our many topics because we speak about a wide range of things, and we just want to share our individual insights to jumpstart your thought processes and to hear your comments on how you feel about things. But we wanted to speak about good old reggae music, the artists, even if you're not a reggae artist, but somebody who is of an original seed and content. And we're not picking on one island over the other, but because Mrs. SCURV, her experiences are from Jamaica, and subconscious has been molded through what she heard. You come to America, you work real hard, you kind of like get away from that sometime.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So a lot of people do that,
Yeah. But I'll never forget my roots.
Oh, no, I know that.
I'll never forget that.
No, I know.
I'll never forget where I'm coming from.
But even me, who has lived here, 99.9% of my life, 100% of my life, I've gotten away from my roots, and we think that because we're here and they deem something American music. As I was driving the bus yesterday, I went back to the 70s to some of the songs that really meant something to me, and I can hear music in my mind. I don't know if anybody else can. I don't have to hum it to hear it. And it was taking me to a place that was euphoric, and I was right back there. I always associate people, places, and things with music as it's happening. So when the years go by and I play that song, I can bring back memories into detail. And like I said, that's something that I always wanted for you, because I know that was going to make you even that much more happy. You know the music, but now you're reconnected with it. We were in the studio the other night. I have to say, I was straightening up the studio, and I tricked Mrs. SCURV. She said, I'm ready to go to bed. And I said, well, listen, just come on in there for me for 5 minutes. Just the same way I get somebody to talk for 2 hours. I said, just talk to me for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
2 hours later.
2 a.m.
Exactly.
I was here 2 a.m. in the morning.
Right. So
But I was just playing the music and just dancing and having a good time.
And that was the best
and those things like
I left to go to the restroom and came back. You were up dancing.
No, yeah,
you were getting down in it.
Let me tell you, these music make you just feel. You just want to get up off your feet and move. And me, I love Bob Marley music, and I'm just into it. When I'm driving down the street, I just want to hear the music. I don't want to hear stupidness, because sometimes even in your house and you hear this boom 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 pass in your house, or you're on the street, or you're at the stoplight, whatever.
Has no soul.
And this stupid music that they're playing doesn't mean nothing to me. It doesn't do nothing for my soul. But when I hear somebody like a Bob Marley, a late Dennis Brown, late Bob Marley, and I tell you, those songs, Garnet Silk, Barrington Levy, it's Gregory Isaac and all these guys, Peter Touch, Elton, Jacob Miller, and all these guys, Freddie McGregor, and all that stuff, and even this,
and so many more.
Yeah, and even this song, are you ready to stand up and fight the Great Revolution?
The words,
the words of those songs just hit me to the heart. Because these guys have gone, and I tell you, if these guys
left something very important.
It's very, very
Art
important
and artistry,
for us,
music is
for
important.
our children and our children. If we could just get into this, and our young people could get into this and listen to the words. I just want you all to just go and listen to some of these guys. Just listen to the words. Listen to the words they're speaking to us. Are you ready to get up and stand up and fight the Great Revolution? Are you really ready? Because a lot of us are not ready to fight. You understand what I said? And we as black people, we need to stand up and fight the Great Revolution. We have to.
On all levels.
And if we don't do it, it's a sad, I'm going to just say, it's a sad case of emergency. You understand what I'm saying right now for us?
Sense of
And
urgency.
it's really a state of emergency in this country for black people and all over the world, because guess what? These people, even though we from the island and whatever, but they're trying to take over the old
The
place and
slave
doing
ship
all this.
just
It's
dropped
just like what
some
they're
of us
doing in
down
Haiti
there.
right now.
If you're black, we're connected.
And they'll do it all over. But guess what? I never forgot get my roots. And to be honest, I was telling Lance the other night while I was playing the music and I was dancing to the music, because you feel it. You can feel it. And I'm telling you, it's just like when I was growing up in Jamaica and you go to these dancehall music, during this dancehall, and you go there. Man, when you hear the music, you have to move. You have to move when you hear this music. And every time when you go to these places, always food and drinks and whatever. One thing with us, we always have a lot of food. There's always food, a lot of curry goat, a lot of soup, a lot of jerk chicken, all the food that you can think of. So you can buy food, you eat and you drink and you're having a good time. Everybody always have a good time.
That's right.
And you remember these things. But one thing I have to say, not because I'm from Jamaica, but the baddest reggae artist them is out of Jamaica. And I tell you what, when you don't have much, whatever you have, you're gonna make something out of it. And these guys, they didn't have much,
It
but
forces
let me
your
tell you
greatness
something.
to come out.
Let me tell you something. When you don't have much
You make do.
and you don't have time to waste, these guys didn't have time to waste. They have to do something. And when it comes about even getting a bucket and start knocking your fingers on that bucket, there's music coming
From the
from that.
soul.
Yeah, man, when you start singing, no instrument, no nothing, no anything, just you and that 5-gallon bucket. And I tell you what, these guys came out to be so awesome, and I am so proud of these guys, the ones that are alive and the ones that are past and gone. And let me tell you something, these things we need to, as black people, we need to go back and listen to all of these music. Let's sit down, just sit down with your children, and because these are nothing
And
bad.
break the words
there are
down.
no cursing in these music. If you go back and you listen to all these words, I'm telling you, black people, you have something to take away from this. And your children also have something to take away. Your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren have something to take away from this. And all young, everybody have something to take away from this music. These guys wasn't guys that cursing and saying bad things. These guys have a message in every song that they sing. There's a message inside of that song. If you really sit down and meditate, just listen to the words and you will take away something from it. And there's something for you to sit down and talk to your children about, and sit with your grandchildren and talk to them about it, and let them listen to this music, and you all dance together and feel the vibe together. I'm telling you, this is very important for me. Even when Lance is away at work and I'm home, sometimes at night I'm here, I come in here and I put the music on and
I got
dance
hidden
to the
cameras so I can
and I
watch you on the
dance to
cell phone.
music. And
No, I'm
it's,
just playing.
I tell you, I feel so good. I go to bed and I have a good night rest. That's what I'm saying. And you think about these things and they just in your head every day. I'm telling you, man, it's amazing. Even when Dennis Brown sing about tenement yard and man, I remember tell you something. It's like, have you ever been in love? How can I leave? You know, there's so much. There's so much in these songs, and I tell you, you have to sit down and listen to these music. And as I say, guys, I'm not being biased or anything, but the baddest reggae artist
it's the truth.
is out
If it's the
of
truth, it's the
Jamaica,
truth.
and it's because we didn't have a lot, so whatever we have, we take it and make it out of something. The little that we have, we take it and make it out of something, and that's what these guys did. And I tell you, they really did it. Let me tell you, these guys get down, and they did it. And I am so proud of them, even the ones that are gone, and the ones that are still here. Even Garnet Silky have passed
Left a
away
body
so
of work.
young, but these guys were like amazing. Let me tell you something. When you hear Dennis Brown, when this guy get down into it, you listen to Dennis Brown words, the words them that he's singing. Just listen. Just sit down and listen to Dennis Brown. Just sit down. Sit down and listen. Barrington Levy is still alive. Sit down and listen to these guys. Bob Marley had passed and gone, and his son Damian Marley, he is like, oh my goodness. I tell you, these guys are really, sit down and listen to the words of their songs. and you will really enjoy it, and you're gonna take something away from these guys. I'm telling you, it's amazing, amazing, and I am so proud of them. And for the ones them that are still alive, I just want to big you all up and say enough love. And man, I can't be more proud of these guys. Oh, awesome they are, and just hold on to what you got, because man, let me tell you something. We really have to get down as black people. And really sit down with our young men and our young ladies and really sit down and have a conversation
about
with
culture.
them about our culture. Our culture.
Even if you're black American, this is part of your culture.
Our culture.
Just because the accent is different, it's part of your culture. Don't be fooled by these divisions and have us fooled to feel that we are better than somebody else because, oh, I'm American, you're a coconut, you're a monkey chaser. No, we're one. My father was from Jamaica, born in St. Anne's, Brownstown, Orange Hill. I was there this year. Yeah, right? I got an American accent. I was born in New York because I was born there. But we're the essence. Yeah. And see, let me tell you something about warfare, right? With this music, we think it's a light thing and just a party thing and just something to, tickle our brains. But there's an energy transferal in the music. Now, I forgot what frequency the music used to be broadcast in, and they changed it in the early 80s, I believe, to something that we can't really resonate as much with. It's like GMO music, not just the music itself, but the way it's broadcast and how we receive it. Somebody help me with that. I have to research it and drop it down in the area below. But before this certain year, they used to broadcast it in a natural way that we could absorb all of it. And this is, they figured it out. The powers that be, I'll just say it that way. We're not going to get into a conspiracy theory, but the powers that be that want population control, the powers that be that want to turn us all out into something that we're not and take away manhood, take away womanhood, take away unity amongst us. They put the music a certain way now, and it's become big business. And this is why it's important what you said, Mrs. SCURV, that they would beat on a little bucket upside down. See, these guys may have grown up, some of them, maybe not all of them, poor.
Yeah, a lot.
Which helps you. And let me tell you something. You didn't grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth, but you learned to cook from scratch and make the food that you make. That's why with all the modern utensils, whether you had them or not, but you have them, you can really throw down because, see, you know the hard way. When you come up the hard way, that never leaves you. When you come up the hard way, the discipline that you needed and the discipline that you utilize is still there. So hard work and your connectedness to your craft never goes.
And the thing about it, most of these guys, that what you all don't know about are most of these guys, while some of them that are alive and are gone, most of these guys like Gregory Isaac and them, these guys and Bob Marley and them, these guys used to sit around with people like me, you and I, all of us.
And they never stopped. They never stopped doing it. They
cook and they eat together with people and do all these things together. They were down to hurt people. There was a standoffish, like when you have a lot of these people. You'll see some of these artists now here, even in the United States, you'll see a lot of them here or whatever they are, and some of them, they act like they're better than us. Or whatever, accessible. Stuff like that.
Exactly, they're into the status thing.
These guys was down to hurt. They didn't push you aside, or they didn't act like they don't know you or whatever and all that stuff. So it was a big difference. You understand what I'm saying? Because most of these guys know where they're coming from, and they don't try to do that. But most of us right here in the United States don't know where we're coming from. We'll be coming from the ghetto.
You're right
and
about that.
Out of the ghetto, you don't remember that you was in the ghetto, and you think you is big shit now. So all this stuff, you throw off on your people and act like you're better. But I tell you what, black people, there's a great revolution is coming, and I'm telling you, are you ready to stand up to the revolution? I'm telling you, this is gonna be great. And what these guys are saying
from back then, they saw it from back then.
They've been see this. Listen to me. This as the spirit has attacked these guys. The good spirit has attacked these guys' brain and tell them what to say. You understand what I'm saying? This is not like whatever. This is not no foolishness, no stupidness. These stupid stuff where you don't even understand, because to be honest, not because I'm a Jamaican and most these people here who's American, I guess some of them understand that bullshit music, what they're singing, and the rap, stupid rap that they're singing doesn't make no sense, because I don't understand it. I understand English, but I don't understand that. You understand what I'm saying? Not because I'm from Jamaica and we speak this patois, it's just broken language, and maybe sometimes some people don't need to understand what we're saying anyway.
That's right.
But I tell you what, our language was stolen from us. And that's why even you are, as a Black American, English is not your language.
Exactly.
So you need to remember that. And don't even try to show off on us, people that come from the Caribbean, because we speak a little different or whatever. But I tell you what, you need to listen. What you need to do, people, you need to listen to these guys. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to this music. And the words are so plain. Not because we speak patois, whatever you want to say. That's what it's called. Don't even try to throw off on it, because people understand. And a lot of people understand. And the comments and stuff that you see when you play these music on YouTube, the good things that these people are saying about these guys. And, you know, these guys gone too soon. If these guys were still alive, trust me, I was talking to Lance last night and I was saying, even you see, if even just Bob Marley and Malcolm X was alive today.
Oh man.
Black people would rule the world. I'm telling you, would rule the world. And let me tell you, even Jamaica would be a different place. I'm telling you right now, this day, Saturday, it would be a different place. The world would be a different place for Black people. So when we say unite, you all don't want to unite because some people think they have more money or whatever. You think you're better than people, but you are not too better till when you're gone 6 foot. If they even put your 6 foot under the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Because
That's
maybe
right.
you don't even go there. And they probably turn out your behind out of the casket and take the casket that you buy for how many thousands of dollars to put in there and dress in this expensive clothes to go and to the earth, because it's going back to the earth.
That's right.
Because we are made from the dirt. You understand what I'm saying? The Creator had made us and we come from the dirt. So you're going to go back there. You'll better be lucky if you go 6 foot under. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't even make no sense spending all this money buying these expensive stuff to go in the earth. You see what I'm saying?
I want to touch the earth when I'm going. In my essence, I want the body to touch the earth as soon as it can. I mean, for me, just put me in the dirt.
But
I need the casket.
But these guys had leave a message here for us. And to see how people saying nice things about these guys.
Yeah.
And what I've seen, I'm reading a lot of these comments and stuff like that. And
they get real respect.
But the thing is, this, the respect that they get, you have Black people that say stuff, but you have these white people that saying all these things about these guys. Because guess what? Some of them are listening to the words.
Right.
They are listening to the words and they know that a great revolution is coming. And people may not know when, but it's right at our door right now. You see the signs and the things that is happening. You all have a crazy president in this country ruling America. It's like a demon running around, and you all can't even see it. Y'all can't even see it.
Like Brother Keston
I'm telling you
says.
that it's so crazy that you can't even see it. Look on the man. Just look on him. Demon running around saying all these things, and we just don't understand what's coming at us. We don't realize what's coming at us. And if somebody, I can't say it enough, that if somebody say, I'm going to give you all Black people, all in America, everybody here, a acre each, a piece of land, an acre each, you'll still stay here and look around until the great revolution come and everything destroy everybody and we all gone.
That's right.
And you don't have nothing else to say. You
There's
understand
so many
what I'm
more
saying?
better
And I
places to
don't
live
care if you
in
have
this world.
millions of dollars or whatever you have. You can have billions of dollars and you can be gone tomorrow morning and nothing. What you're going to take with you? Nothing. You can't take nothing with you. All you say you're big and you're showing out and these people talking all kind of crap and all kind of stuff. Where the way I see some of us Black people behaving, even on these shows like the what you call it, the housewife shows with these Black people.
Reality
and they're cussing
shows.
at each
Stupidness.
other and they're doing all these stupidness that doesn't make no sense. I'm telling you, when the great revolution come, you all will find out if you all be cursing each other and say who have bigger house, who have bigger cars, who have more money,
it's all based
who have
on
better
this Babylon
clothes,
system.
who have better shoes, who have better bags,
Better what?
The most expensive.
The better things are made by the hands of my brothers and sisters. The better things, because they're translating a love, a soul, and an essence into those creations. You see, it's a damn shame that we will dress Afrocentric or dress in an African manner, but we look at the label and we see made in the Philippines, made in China. Right. We want to get things made from
and what they pay them to make
exactly,
these things.
exactly.
You know?
Just like Brother Keston says, when you go on a cruise and they tell you don't go off the beaten path, stay here in this particular area because it's dangerous. No, they don't want your money to go into those parts of those countries and support the country directly. Unless the white man can prostitute your skills, he doesn't want you to have a direct contact with the people who have the money, who want the real thing. So they substitute the real thing, or they have it set up where you're getting pennies on a dollar. Now I know that's a different topic, but I had to say that. And this is why, to me, we have to understand that it's a bigger world out here. When you see these, you were looking at the videos, I was learning a whole lot. They said one particular singer was flying from Switzerland to Canada. Switzerland to Canada. Now look at that. Switzerland is not America. Canada is not America.
That was Dennis Brown.
Yeah, Dennis Brown. These guys are recognized as artists all over the world. And for the young artists that are out there who have something worthwhile to say, you've got to see yourself as a world performer, a world artist. There's a big world out there that sees what's going on here in America and over in the Western Hemisphere and understands our plight. And when you speak to the masses that way and tell our story through the music, that's a very effective and powerful way. But we have scouts here in America who want to titillate you with money and then compromise your message that's in the music to take it away from a message that's revolutionary. And you're not supposed to do that. You were given a talent for a reason. There are more ways to fight than just on the battlefield. There's a fight for your mind, and there's a fight for the consciousness of the people. And they are winning right now. Because you see, anybody who comes with that revolutionary voice that's independent and not fearful of the powers that be, they have to snuff it out or smear them. Now, if you jump around with your pants sagging, looking like a homosexual, promoting everything other than black manhood and black family and love for your black woman and creating a black community, yes, I'm saying this. Other people do it, and you get mad at me for saying it. But we're out of whack as black people all over the world, and everybody is exploiting us and getting over on us, and it's a good ride for them because they're getting over and they die with our money in their pockets as artists. And that's a damn shame, especially for somebody who started out in the country beating the bottom of a bucket, didn't have nothing, and these Illuminati people didn't give a damn about them, but when they rise to prominence, all of a sudden they want to control them. Let yourself, and I'm going to say this also, if you don't appear to be as popular as first, continue to grind away. Build your body of work. Your fame may not come after a year. It may not come on that large level. But look at a guy like Dennis Brown who has passed away, but he's touched so many people. People leaving comments, oh, I was on a flight with him and he made me feel like he knew me for my whole life. And this is how you campaign to the people. Your artistry will live on. When you sell your soul and sell yourself short to these demons, when you're not hot, they throw you away and they don't hear from you anymore.
But what I realized too, that a lot of the young singers that are coming up, they're singing a lot of stupidness, even the ones from out of Jamaica. But and even though some of them will start out okay, and then they are in a couple years or so, they are a sellout. You understand? Because
they get to them.
The crazy, evil people just buy them out because they want them to tone it down. They don't want to tell people like it is. But what I'm telling you people, these songs that these guys have sung before and they are past and gone, you need to go back and listen to them because these are the songs with the message. Do not listen to the stupid craziness because the stupid craziness is not going to take us anywhere more than astray and let us do stupidness, and this how these people get us, and that's how they get our young people. They take away their mind. So we have to focus on the things and that is right for us and get our children into this. Get these music, play it in your house. You and your kids, they can dance together, your husband, whoever, and stuff like that. Do things together while you're playing these music and listen. Meanwhile, you're playing the music and dancing, you all listen to the words. And
you're having fun with it, and you're letting that essence seep into your soul.
Exactly.
You see, because with warfare, there's more ways to execute warfare. We think about tanks. We think about machine guns. But music can permeate and motivate. Oh, yeah. What about that African drum beat?
Yep.
You see, all of this little music they play now to turn all our men into faggots. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it that way because that's what it is. It has no
What?
drum beat. It has no bass.
Yeah.
It's not going to activate the testosterone and the aggression, righteously focused. When you're jumping around like a little chick, you're no good. I'm not putting down women, right? But women are there for a purpose also. And I must say that our women are warriors also, right? But they're jumping around like some European chick and ding, 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 ding. And, it's ridiculous.
But if you notice, these songs...
No bass in the music.
No, but these songs...
No balls in the man.
These songs that these guys have made, and most of these guys write their song, they sing, they play. If you notice, a lot of them even play the guitar, because that's how these guys learn. These guys learn and make their own little guitar and all that stuff. You know, understand? Because they didn't have the money to buy certain things, so they do whatever.
Right.
And you make your hands, you use your hands, and that the Creator have given to you.
But you're supposed to.
You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? And you. Man, when these guys sit down and they do things and they talk together and they sing these songs together and do things together, man, it's amazing. And the thing that I wanted to say about that, the music, the kind of songs, the words, let me tell you, if you have a wife, a woman, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, let me tell you something. These men, when they hear this music, they want to hang on to the woman more, and the men want to hang into the woman some more, because the music is so sweet. And it's like every time you hear that, so you feel so good about the woman or the man that you have in your life, you know, and you need to listen. Just do something for me. Just listen to these music.
Take some time, unrushed.
Take some time out.
Take a time where you can
just get your family together and just start playing these music
downtime
in your home.
That's right.
And you all dance together and see how it feels so good.
Laugh and have fun.
After you finish, you're gonna feel
Show
so
love.
good. You just wanna go to bed and have a good night rest. The kids will wake up feeling good, and that the next day, and there's a lot for them to think about. And the kids them will also be saying, I have to listen more, because the more you listen to it, the more. But if you make all this other garbage clog up your brain and all that stuff and take over, we are in trouble.
Well, you see, and we're going to wrap it down, but I just want to finish that point that with warfare, the music binds you. When your people created the music organically and everybody in your community is listening to it, you have a shared culture. Mm-hmm. This is why culture is very important, because it's the thread that holds us together. If you as a Jamaican woman hears a song in public and there's another Jamaican person who hears the song in public and you love this song so much and you never saw this person in your life and you both lock eyes righteously and you both love that song, you already know that you're family. You already know that you're connected. This is why music, and we're speaking about music right now, we're speaking about reggae music and really all music that is righteous. It has an effect on your mind and it binds you together in love, because while you may have a slightly different memory of that song when the song was playing and the other person does, it's a shared set of a culture. It's just like the food, the foods that come from certain cultures.
Well,
you know?
Reggae music, like it whip your ass because
righteously.
Righteously whip your ass, because I mean that music, man, that beat, that man, that
no,
music.
of course,
and sometimes even listening to the guys, them, you know, no music, but them alone,
it's
and
their soul.
you know, they're like, man, it's like it comes from way down in the gut, you know, and it comes up, and man, when they let it out, it's like it's amazing, man. I'm telling you, it's like oh man, I'm telling you.
But this
even with Barrington Levy, he's alive, and he have a radio station called I think it's Red Roses or something like that. I would love to sit down with this guy in Jamaica. Just sit down with him and get an interview with him. Sit down and talk to this guy.
And see, this is kind of interviews that we're going to be doing. We're going to be reaching out. We're going to go. We're still going to do all that we do.
But right there in Jamaica, to just sit down at his station with him,
man.
and
that's a worldwide appeal.
An interview with him,
because
you know, it would be amazing to sit down with this guy, he's an older guy for me, you know, and to sit down and talk with him, you know, as a Jamaican, and just like, man, it would be amazing when you think about these guys. And I'm telling you, you need to really you really need to listen.
Show
even
appreciation.
The Mighty Diamonds, Burning Spear, and all these guys. You have to listen to these music, because it's not nothing stupid. It's something entertaining.
It's medicine.
You know,
it's medicinal.
It's medicine for the soul. You know, it feels so good. It's a good feeling.
And there are a lot of people who feel like the same way, and we need to hear from people who feel the same way. You know, if you're out there and you hear this and you have an appreciation, give us a memory.
Yeah,
give us
please.
a song that you state one of the songs that touch
let
you
us
and why.
Talk about it. If somebody wanna, we can have
listen.
a live
We can set up a show.
We
through
can have
Skype,
a live show about it.
You know,
and
through a
we
conference
can-
line,
yeah.
407-590-0755. And there are ways to call my conference internationally. So wherever you are, we can Skype it. We can do the international thing. We can record it. You can just leave a comment if you're shy. It's no problem. But we have to talk about these things and preserve the memory and the hard work that wasn't hard because it was from the soul, from the heart.
Because even my cousin Dale is
man,
into the
I
reggae.
didn't know.
Dale is into the reggae music, and he is what's his name on there?
King Jesus, but it's something. Well, we're gonna drop that link. He has a phenomenal.
Something.
When we went down to Jamaica, we spoke with him, and we had some audio that I recorded, and he's the gentleman who escorted us and shared his home where he had all of the artwork all over the walls. For some of you who can remember that, it was back in February, early this year. I'll try to drop that link in also. But I did not know he was so deep into the music and made some great Bob Marley style revolutionary music. So I got
Fragrance.
Yeah, King Fragrance. Yeah, King Fragrance on
And
YouTube.
you're gonna say King Fragrance Africa.
Yeah, King Fragrance Africa. Go to YouTube and punch that in. That's Mrs. SCURV's and Brother Keston's cousins. You got all kind of revolutionary blood running through your veins. That's why it was destiny that we had to be together. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen nothing.
Yeah, you go to see Yaya.
Yeah, and we went down to the mountaintop to your family land, and went to the grave of Yaya, who came from Africa as a Muslim. So you know your roots in Africa, and his body is right there on your land. Oh my God. Things like this need to be told. We don't need to be running around somebody else's narrative and trying to fit into a system that doesn't want us or wants us to erase what we are. You understand? But let me say this one thing. The music has been altered to not have the same effect that it always has. They realized that they had to get to those drum beats. They realized they had to get to the essence and soul of how we communicate through our music. They're very wicked people, and they changed the frequency of our music. So even though we have many modern day so-called reggae artists who appear to be saying the right thing, but they have subliminal messages in it. And they have these other clown performers that put the videos up with the half-naked women, and they want to show the guns and the money and the cars and the this and the that to perpetuate death in our community. Why can't we go back to the days? I'm not saying we didn't have nothing at all, but when we had that feeling, regardless as to what you have accrued as far as wealth in the system, why can't we get back to that basic love where you stop by and there's cooking going on? You say, hey, I'm going to get you a plate. And you got a buddy with you that they don't even know, but they know that if you bring this buddy with you to their house, sit down, brother. What's your name? We're getting a plate for you. Just the same way they treated me down there when I was just back there video recording, and here came a plate. And what's the juice name again that I love so much?
Rabina.
What is it again?
Rabina
juice. Yeah, and they kept giving it to me. I'm like, man, I'm meeting them and for me, I'm a black man, but they could have said, who's this Yankee boy sitting over here? What is he recording for? And Dale, he never asked me. He never asked. He just took to me. And let me tell you something. You need to share some things about him, because for me to have been so well received by such a great man of the spirit was a big compliment to me. Tell him a little bit about that with the police department and his meditation for a year and how revolutionary he is. Because revolutionaries spot revolutionaries.
I really don't, because I'm not used to Dale so much because I leave Jamaica so long. But as far as what I heard about him, I know he was on the police force and he had left.
Well, you know him, but you don't know him now as much as the revolutionary way he's been, because you knew him from when you were a younger kid.
But I know that he was on the police force and he left. He just get up and left the police force.
He came into consciousness and just turned his badge and turned his gun in, and he couldn't be with that anymore.
And let me tell you something, Hen, he just started doing his own thing, and he just
off the grid.
Yeah, just off
completely
the grid,
off
doing
the
his
grid.
own thing and just rocking. I
And
have to
healthy.
say, just rocking with the creator, you know. And I guess he just doing his thing and righteously doing his thing. But you know, I guess while he was doing this thing, I guess I heard that one of the time the cops that came there to his house, they wanted to arrest him. And he have this rod, you know, like would say the rod of correction. And I don't know, they were there and he stretched his rod out and they all disappear in thin air. They all disappear. This is a thing that when you believe in the Holy Spirit and when you believe in the Creator, I tell you are so bound with it that it takes you over. You understand what I'm saying? It just takes over. And that's what happened. That's why you have to be connected to the Creator. And once you connect to Him, then you start vibrating on a different, it's at a different channel that you start vibrating on. And everything gonna disappear. Whatever try to come at you or anything, people try to come at you anyway, they're gonna disappear because you're so strong in this thing that no one can touch you. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm just telling you we have to be connected and these music and stuff that these guys that have passed on and gone and the ones that are still alive and that they leave here for us, we need to listen to it, not the words and that they try to turn around and the stupidness. You don't want to listen to that. You need to listen to the real thing, the real original thing.
That's right.
If you start listening to that one, then you'll be good. I'm telling you,
it's
just
not
get
controlled
into
by
it
the enemy.
And I know a lot of Jamaicans, they know what I'm talking about because they are into it and a lot of them listen to it. But the ones that their mind is in a different place and it's crazy with the madness, the stupid crap and stuff like this, stupid rap that you don't understand. And I don't know, it's crazy because sometimes I'm just like having a headache from hearing all the boom boom at the stoplight.
I mean, it's
I
low,
have
it's
to
low
put
vibration.
my window up because you can't understand nothing. This thing shaking everybody's vehicle is demonic.
Right.
That's a
But you know when you play
spirit.
the good reggae music and you play it loud with the bass, it doesn't bother you.
No, it's a different
But
thing.
this other stuff is forced on you.
It's like
and see, it's hypnotic. And you see, remember, it's music permeates into certain parts of the brain. And some of us just open our minds up to taking anything like junk food, right? So the bottom line is we got to be careful what we're listening to and look at what the kids are listening to and what they're coming up to be. So we got to understand the importance of the music. We have to be selective. There was one time when it wasn't that bad. We could just let it flow no matter what it was. But now it's engineered specifically to mentally turn out our youth so there's no revolution. You understand? So they listen to the good reggae music, the good revolutionary music that was made by Americans or over in the motherland, and they can't resonate with it.
Right.
They're not, because of what's been done to them. Their sense of that has been warped.
I'm used to the kind of music that I'm used to growing up is this of the older generation that have even passed and gone when I was growing up, that used to come on her veranda and dance when they hear the music and these older people. Man, let me tell you something. If you only know and could even see this for yourself, what I'm talking about, I'm used to these older people coming to our house on our veranda and just dancing. I know that's when they hear the music and when you see even the ska. And man, when they get down, I tell you, I don't see nobody that can do all this, whatever, the soca and whatever, all this stuff. They can't catch up with these people. And these were older people. Man, when they get down on that veranda,
the timing,
oh my God, we
rhythm.
were little kids and we just stand up, look, and you're doing the move too because they're doing the move. And man, when you see these older people move,
that's
I'm telling you,
a bonding thing.
Man,
that brings joy to your heart.
And some of these men, them and their wife and all that, they come on the veranda and all of them right there. And these older people, man, all of them, the man and the woman, them, they're just getting down. And we sit down and we eat and we laugh and
men
talk.
Are dancing like men and women are
dancing
like women.
As soon as they hear the music, men dance like a man.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, when you see these men dancing like a man, not like a little sissy, but they were dancing like a man. And the women, they were dancing. And this was amazing to us when we see that. and you just want to move. And man, let me tell you something.
And it's natural. You didn't have to go to school to learn that.
To learn that. These people were just, and remember, I grew up in the country, and these people were in the country.
That's right.
And people would say, oh, well, you grew up in the country. No, that's damn lie.
I love the country up there.
We were used
I love
to
it up
this
there.
and the music and everything. And we used to these guys making the tambourine themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, organically.
We cut them out. We
You
make
appreciate
them,
it more.
They
Soul.
make them drum themselves. And from you starting, I'm telling you, from a 5-gallon bucket and start carving out woods. These guys learn to do these things, carve out the woods, making their own drums and making their own guitars and all this stuff.
But they want to make us feel like we need a studio, a big studio or something.
When people grow up and they have too much, they don't learn anything.
Right.
And
That goes
this
across
is what
the
happened
board.
to a lot of these people in this country.
That's right.
And you all need to learn these things, how to grow up into a way. I'm not saying that is whatever and stuff like that. I'm not telling you to pack up and go to a place like Jamaica, and it's up to you. Whatever you want to do with your life, it's fine. But I love the country, and that's me. And I know a lot of people that listen to this, they know what I'm talking about. And when you go down to Jamaica with my brother, you see all these guys, or they were laughing, talking. They were laughing and talking, and they were happy. I had the best time.
I had the best. I did not want to go. It got dark. It was time for us to go. Not because it was dark. It was just getting late. We were there for several hours. I recorded some of the conversations to share it. Oh, and I can't wait till I go down next, because now I'm ready and prepared. Now they know me more so now, and we're going to really get down, and I'm going to share this stuff.
Embrace you. You know,
they embraced me immediately, which showed me, because your cousin's perception, all the young men that were out there.
He don't fool with too many people.
He don't fool with too many people. Yeah. So I was quiet, because, I'm not going to sit there and try to I'm just going to blend in and everything and be polite. But then he took to me, man. He was quick though. Yeah, really did, and I felt so much love. Look, there are people I know here in America who I've known for many decades. They're cold. They don't like you. They don't want to see you do good.
For no reason.
But these guys, I felt the love. They could, even with the gentleman, I got to show his picture in case they get his name.
Probably know his name.
Yeah, because I was showing him different exercises to do. The man's 58 years old and can walk on his hands.
He walk on his hands.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I was telling him things and experiences. He's telling me different things. And it's like,
and you're showing him some tricks too.
I said, yeah. I said, man, I got to come back and hang out with this guy.
And walking on his hands.
Yeah.
How old he is?
58.
Oh, wow.
Don't even look it. Not an ounce of fat in his body.
Oh, wow.
And he's up in the country. What food is he eating other than something that's natural? Strong. But it's amazing the things that people take for granted here, and they have this and they have that, but we never have all the stuff. And he was interested in the exercise.
We never have all the gadgets and stuff like that. But we used to get those big whips and we swinging on them. We do different stuff.
But he did all natural exercises, and I was showing him how to improvise without equipment. And I said, well, wow, what if I brought down some equipment for him and I could show him what I know, but he has the organic enthusiasm to be out in the woods and do chin-ups on a branch and push-ups and just using rocks and different things. And he got in phenomenal shape and rest and eat the good air and get some sleep, and you have laughter in your heart, and you're not rushing on some artificial time. And they meditate, and they had good things to say. All of those brothers who I handed the mic to, that you heard them, they were saying some righteous things. And these are simple guys. I don't mean simple stupid. I mean simple living. Not this complicated crap here in this Babylon.
Let me tell you, I'm used to this. When the guys when I'm growing up, they used to cut the bamboos, right? They use the bamboos for sound. Yeah, for sound.
Right.
You need to, if you go down there, you try. They cut the bamboos and they make it a certain way and they make it for sound.
But I want to show the world this way of doing things. They used to put strings on the bamboo too, and the bamboo is it's an instrument. They use it and they play music on the bamboo. Right. And man, and they put the bamboo up to their mouth like a mic. And when they start singing and blowing through the bamboos and stuff let me tell you something. It's amazing growing up in Jamaica and the things that you see people do and what you have to do to make things out of nothing. And a lot of these guys that become big stars and make money, these guys know where they're coming from. Come from the essence.
A lot of these guys, as I say, they are passing gone like a Bob Marley. Them. They know and they remember where they were coming from. And that's why somebody like Bob Marley could have helped so many people. Right. Because he knows where he was coming from and he never forget where he was coming from.
But this is why you can't duplicate the music of a Bob Marley.
Nope.
Not just Bob
And
Marley,
a
but
Dennis-
all
and
the
a
aforementioned
Dennis
people
Brown,
that you mentioned.
even Dennis
right,
Brown,
all of them,
you
right?
can never.
But you can't go into a studio and no matter how much you tweak the sound,
you can
and this
never.
person who grew up here in America,
can
who
never.
doesn't know that life in his soul, you can't touch those people.
I can tell you, even Bob Marley kids, they can sing, especially Damien. I really like Damien Marley, and let me tell you something. But when it comes to his father, ain't nobody can ever catch up with that man. I'm telling you, man, and no one, can catch up with him.
That's right.
And even that Dennis Brown, there's nobody. Let me tell you, when you hear these guys singing, and when you can be in a concert live all night singing like that, and when you come in with that singing from the gut coming up, let me tell you something, all night long sweating. And every time I watch these guys in live concert, and I notice what I was telling you, I notice when these guys are in concert live, how they close their eyes, because when they're singing, you're meditating and you're going places, and your mind is like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing, people. You just have to just get into it and start listening to these music, and I tell you, you start feeling the vibe. I'm telling you, it's amazing, and I hope you just get a chance to just do this, just get your family together. And if it's even you by yourself, or you and your husband, or whatever, if you want to do it, because I do it by myself, come in here, put the music on when I get home, and dance till I get tired. Dance until I get tired, and go to bed and have a good night, get some water, and, man, it's a good feeling. So if you can do that, man, it's amazing. Just try it out and just enjoy.
That's right.
Peace out.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at Lancescurv.com and follow SCURV on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under Lancescurv.